Hey everybody. I wanted to talk to you and address a certain topic that we've every once in a while we get, which is that an organization has chosen to go with a local firm, whether they choose that before becoming our customer, or sometimes we actually lose clients because they've chosen to go with a local firm. They feel like that local firm is going to give them more attention, is going to have more time for them, is going to be able to sit down with them. And in some cases, I know that it's just an excuse to actually have somebody internally do it, which I do understand. I address in another video about just having a guy down the street or a volunteer do your website, which is a bad idea in itself. But I want to specifically address this issue of going local. Now, normally that is really appealing, really attractive. If I want somebody to cut my lawn, I'm going to probably go local. I'm not going to hire somebody in another state. If I want somebody to deliver steaks, I don't want them coming from California to do that in Florida. I would probably want somebody local. Same thing with an accountant. Maybe I need to run my files to an accountant that's local, and so I want to use somebody local. Now, remember though that in this world of growing globalization, in the way that services and products are being handled, there is a distinction between what's physical, right? What's physical and that you need, it's very tangible, you need to have somebody there to give it to you and take it from. There's another world, which is the world of digital, and digital really just needs conversations and internet access. For us, we've managed to build over 9,000 websites, mostly over the phone and over the internet with our clients, and there's a reason for this. There are built-in efficiencies, not only for us, but for you. You see, there is this illusion that if I go local, I can go and visit the agency. They'll come to my office and visit me. I have somebody who said they're going to come and meet with me about my website. The reality is that it couldn't be further from the truth. Let's say you get a first meeting from that design company. Let's say the design firm comes out to plan your website for you. It is very few times that they will actually propose without some sort of a higher bill to come back or for you to go to their firm to discuss the nuances of making revisions and the graphical changes. There are many people who are visual, and so they like the appeal of saying, well, I can go down there and just tell them what I want. Well, you can call us on the phone and tell us what you want. It's the exact same process. The difference is that the appeal, the feel of it is, I feel like I have more control. The problem is if that local firm isn't any more adept than we are, there are literally no advantages to have you come over. As a matter of fact, that firm will do everything they can to not have you come over. They'll do everything they can to not have to go to your office to talk with you, because if they have to, there's something wrong with the process. And sometimes, and most of the time, if the firm is experienced, that something wrong is you. And it's not that you're wrong, but that you're not quite understanding the process of building a website. And that's, I think, the main theme that I really want to bring across, being as respectful as I can. If you're looking to go local, it's because there is a communication gap and potentially a gap in understanding of what it is specifically that a web design company is supposed to be doing. Their job isn't really to sit down, and they're not going to sit down with you and design the website, open up their laptop and design it while you look. In many cases, and in the best of cases, they have to go back. You have a project manager or an account executive that's meeting with you, and he's taking or she's taking it back to a design team. And that team is designing everything, and then they're bringing it back to you. You're not even getting to talk to the designer themselves. Now, every once in a while, people will select a kind of a one-man band or a one-person shop that kind of does it all, and they'll actually be the designer that designs it for you. But I guarantee you that when you sit down, because they're the only one, they're going to fight you tooth and nail on all your changes. They're going to look to try to get this done as quickly as possible. Because they've got other clients that they've got to service, and while they're working on your part or on your project, they can't work on their other clients. So you've got a distinct built-in advantage in working with a firm like ours. Number one, there's again those efficiencies that I talked about, the efficiencies of communication, just communicating what you need, and then you setting us a bullet point list of the things that you need us to do, not even a high and by. When we get those things done, we get them back to you. You take a look at what we've done, you tell us what needs to be fixed. You don't have to opinionate, you don't have to summarize, you don't have to substantiate. You just send us exactly what you want in bullets. We get it done, we send it back to you. Now, some folks ask, well, you have a 3 to 5 business day turnaround time. I kind of like things to be done faster. 3 to 5 business days is actually ahead of the industry curve. Most organizations will tell you 1 to 2 weeks is what they need in order to get something to you. So that's actually 5 to 10 days, not 3 to 5. So in many cases, we run actually 1 to 3 days on the normal, although we say 3 to 5, we typically will run that 1 to 3 business days. Many of our clients will get things the next day as opposed to waiting the 3 to 5 business days. There's really no efficiencies in having somebody come to your office and sit down for a 2-hour meeting. You could have a 15-minute call with us and have it all done. But again, I know how it feels, and I think we have to distinguish and separate how something feels versus what the real efficiencies and end result are. I had one organization who actually left us. They went through the process. They didn't like how we were asking for bullet point lists, and they didn't like how we were calling and just trying to get the summaries from them. And then they went to a local firm, and what they found is that they ended up paying about 5 times the price. It ended up taking about 3 times as long as the firm initially said it was going to, which was about twice the time that we said it was going to with us. And I think that that's really important to understand, is that even though it might feel the right way, even though it might feel like it's the right thing to do, to go to somebody who you can look at and you can talk to, in this day and age, for a digital good, it's unnecessary. What you need to focus on is going with the most efficient process. And the most efficient process we've mastered. We know how to get websites out fast. We know how to get the design work done fast. We know how to get revisions done fast, and how to get pages laid out fast. As long as you can move as fast as us, we will move. I have another client a few days ago. I looked at their project. It's been 4 months. Now, a website, just so you know, should take about 2 weeks to get the process done. And this is without you writing your content, obviously, but it was about 4 months. And I looked at this and I said, why is it taking 4 months? When I added up the amount of time we actually have taken in the project, it was 4 days. We've spent the rest of the time waiting for the customer to send us content, to send us instructions, to send us revisions. And the crazy thing is that over the period of 4 months, the customer by that point is a little fatigued. They're a little tired. They're wondering when the website's going to be done. But we're kind of wondering the same thing on our side. When are you going to get to make this a priority enough to get the job done? Now, if they would have gone local, this would have been the exact same thing. It probably would have been more frustrating for them and more frustrating for the firm. If you're a customer of ours, you know that we send you reminders. We're always telling you, we're waiting on this, we're waiting on this. Most local firms don't have the infrastructure, especially one-man shops, don't have the infrastructure to chase you and to remind you. We do that for you. So just wanted to give you a quick word on why going local isn't quite as positive as it might seem. It might feel the right way at first, but really what's more important is to go with a team of people that can serve you in the most efficient and effective way possible. And if you can adapt to that, I know that sometimes in business we want people to adapt to us. As a customer, we want people to adapt to us. The problem is, if our expectations and our solutions and our process is inefficient, then it is better customer service for our vendors to have us comply with their process, which will get things done faster, will get things done with more excellence, and will be a great exercise for us in growth. It will allow us to understand and see a process that's different than ours and really creates a great efficiency for our business overall. So anyway, I hope I created some type of an argument here for you to not worry about going local. Don't worry about the guy down the street. Don't worry about the firm down the street or the donor that wants to do something for you right now. Focus on working with an effective team, a proven team, a team of people who really cares about getting you results and who could do it with the best tools and team possible. Have a great day.